I'm fine, thanks very much.
Excellent, mate. Calling from your home in Suffolk in England.
That's right.
Cheers, mate. Thanks very much for spending your time with us. You guys have got a brand new album coming out.
Well, actually, it's more of an EP.
An EP?
But, we decided to re-record a few tracks extra from our first album. And fiddle about with those a little. And there's just a Mercy cover on there, because there was just something that we wanted to do while we were rehearsing. And well, we thought it'd be better to give people 10 tracks rather than 4.
Oh, for sure, mate. Awesome. Yeah, pretty quick follow-up too, actually, to Midian. I mean, that was Halloween, wasn't it? Came out last year.
That's right, yeah. Well, we undertook a tour shortly after that around Europe, and so we were still sort of fired up come January, and we just finished our contract with Music for Nations. So basically we were free agents for a few months, and whilst prostituting ourselves amongst other record companies, we had this material floating around, or we were writing some stuff, so we thought, hell, let's for the time being form our own label, which is namely Abracadabra, and release some material whilst we are free agents.
Brilliant, mate.
So it's more of a thing for the fans, really.
Yeah, clearing out the closet, so to speak.
Well, not entirely, because I mean, this stuff has all been written since Midian. Obviously, there were riffs that didn't have any homes anywhere on any of the tracks of Midian that we used. But no, it's just something that we had to get off our chests, really, as opposed to sweeping out the closet.
Cool. Danny, whereabouts you been playing lately?
Christ, where haven't we? We did an Australian and Japanese tour.
Yes, and you didn't come to New Zealand, did you? Just
no,
a hop, skip, and a jump.
I don't know why we don't do that, but that's booking agents for you.
Yeah. Well, you'll know better next time. There's a whole lot of disappointed people over here, sort of anxiously awaiting your return to these parts, dude.
Well, we'll make a note of that for sure.
For sure.
Now what the fuck was I saying?
Where haven't you been?
Where haven't we been?
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Well, the weekend we did our first summer festivals. So we did one in Austria. That's Austria, not Australia.
Right.
Before you all start moaning again. And one in Italy.
Right.
Which was really, really good. It was with the likes of Motorhead, Wasp, believe it or not, Megadeth, etc. Sabotage as well.
Wow.
And then we've got like a couple. We've got Grass Pop and Wistful Force, Germany and Belgium respectively, coming up. After that, Greece and Norway. Then that's our summer festival's done for this year, because we go to America for a month.
Wow. Is that for the Tattoo the Planet tour?
And then the Tattoo the Planet tour, of course, with September, which is with Pantera and Slayer around Europe.
Awesome. Busy boys.
Yeah, just a little.
So you got your own label?
That's right.
How exciting is that, man?
It's okay, yeah. I mean, at the moment it's obviously in its formative stages, but I mean that should rectify itself once Bitter Sweets to Succubi comes out. But since then we've actually signed to another label. We've signed to Epic Records here.
Oh, okay.
And which means, yes, it's a major, but Abracadabra will still be our label, so to speak. It'll be like a smaller drop-down label.
Sure. So there's no chance that you guys are going to have some major corporate label sort of putting the pressure on to make a sort of more pop-sounding album or anything like that?
I don't think they would have signed us if they'd wanted us to be a pop band.
Exactly. Got a few questions from a few listeners. Actually, Danny, if you want to hear a couple of them.
Sure.
The movie Cradle of Fear. How can we see it in New Zealand? What's the story with that?
Well, Cradle of Fear hasn't been finished yet.
Oh, okay.
And henceforth nobody's seen it.
Right.
I haven't even seen it all because the sound wasn't added to it. So I've just seen a few sort of kind of wild rushes. And it's really extreme. There's some humour to it, so you know, Peter Jackson fans will like this.
Oh, cool.
But for the first 6 months, this is a common misconception, is that you can only download it from the internet. That's not true. There's a website which is cradleoffear.com, and when the film is released, for the first 6 months, VHS and then later beta and DVD formats can be ordered from this website. And the reason for this, for the first 6 months, is to avoid film classification in different territories, because what might be okay for somewhere like Sweden is going to have to be completely different from England, and we don't want to have to edit any of the film.
Right. Hey, Danny, you're not trying to tell me there's going to be objectionable material on the video on the film at all?
You wouldn't believe it, would you? Yes, there is objectionable material.
For those that don't know, Cradle of Fear is Cradle of Filth's own horror movie. You've written it and starred in it.
Well, it's not quite that. Originally, it started as a project between myself and the man who shot a few of our promo videos, more namely From the Cradle to Enslaved. And we were talking about doing a horror film. But since its inception, it's grown into something much bigger. Originally, it was a vehicle for him, henceforth Cradle of Fear. And the comparisons there, the fact that I'm in it and everybody else in the band plays cameos as well. But it's an independent British horror film release. It's less to do with Cradle of Filth now than it was when we wrote it. And it, it stars a lot of other talent.
Cool.
I say other talent, I mean, it's other people who are talented, not us.
Awesome, mate. Well, we saw you a while ago with the program Living with the Enemy.
Oh, Christ. The next question.
Yeah, well, we probably don't need to go there, do we? It must have been a bit of a blast. That was pretty, earlier days for the band. Did you enjoy doing that?
Yeah, I think that was shortly after Cruelty and the Beast came out. Yeah, and wasn't that fun?
Hey, you're talking about the video From Cradle to Enslaved. Now, was it true you used 100 gallons of blood? Get into the video there?
Well, I think it was over 100 gallons, yeah. It was as much as was used in the entire first Hellraiser film.
Oh, very good. Excellent, mate. Oh, see, the bummer is we don't get a lot of metal videos on TV down here, so maybe it's something we could look at changing in the not too distant future. Now,
I believe that's the beauty of the internet.
Yes. That's right. Now, my friend James, he's a huge fan. He wants to know if there's any specific books or movies that really inspire your creativity.
Well, obviously, we're pretty much into the whole sort of gothic horror film genre. Yeah, I would cite, Coppola's Dracula, Cabinet of Dr. Caligari, movies like Sleepy Hollow, well, anything that's kind of Tim Burton-esque.
Right.
A lot of the Universal horror films, Hammer Horror, Company of Wolves, that kind of thing. And as for literature, people like, late 19th century authors are probably the best. I'm trying to think of some as well. Valentine Penrose, Arthur Machen, Bram Stoker, the usual.
Cool.
Charles D. Leyland. Kind of being biased, the English sort of horror authors of that day, or English, British Isles, and Bram Stoker was Irish. And also probably at the same time people like H.P. Lovecraft.
Yep. Big wolf stuff.
And old Cthulhu mythos.
So, do you read a lot, Danny?
I get less and less time to do so, yeah.
So you wouldn't get a whole lot
now.
these days.
Because we're just pretty busy at the moment.
Sounds like
I don't read as much as I want to.
Yeah. Hey, Danny, wait there, mate. We're actually going to check out a wee bit of bits of Sweets. What's your favourite cut off the album?
None of them.
None of them?
Suicide and Other Comforts, I would say.
Excellent, mate. We'll have a listen to that. We'll get back to you. Stay there.